Do you remember the last time you saw a bird?
Yes,
When?
this morning. It was, I always forget what they're called, but they're like the starling that's kind of bigger than like the small sparrows, I guess.
Mm.
And it's the one that like is really reflective and has like little white things, and it's
The one that like runs on the ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know.
I saw it this morning. I remember that's the last time I notably saw a bird, but obviously I've seen like plenty of.
Where did you see it?
I saw it a little bit south of Washington Square Park, a few blocks down. It was like playing with some other birds, and they were like eating little pieces of crumbs and like food off the ground.
Like birds of a different kind or other starlings?
Yeah, little sparrows. And it was like their leader because it was a different kind of bird.
That's cute.
It was really sweet.
Yeah. Remember last time you saw a bird flying by?
Well, sometimes birds fly into my apartment because I live very high up on the 11th floor, and so sometimes they'll be like they nest in some of the windows in my building, and so sometimes they'll fly into my apartment, and I have to like help them get out.
What bird flew into your apartment?
The last one was like a dove. Like a gray or like brownish gray dove.
The one that's like a pigeon but like a little cuter?
Yeah, that's like really like sleek and soft looking. And I guided it out of my apartment with like cookie crumbs.
Was it hard to get it out?
Kind of. I've done it before with other birds though, but this one, I don't know, just didn't want to leave.
So you leave your window open and they come in?
Yeah, well, because my apartment building has turned on the heat already, and it's just not necessary. It's like not cold outside, or like it is cold outside, but it isn't cold in my apartment, and so it gets really hot. So I just open the windows all the way. But it's like a really small apartment. It's just one room, so.
So you notice if a bird comes in?
Yeah,
like,
you really
immediately.
notice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy. I really like. Can you tell me about the kingfisher again?
Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I know that it's like kind of like an aquatic bird. Like it will eat fish and catch fish, but it's just like very like tall and blue. And I don't know, I've only seen one in person one time, but I kind of feel like if I was a bird, I would be like a bird like that, like a long-legged kind of like skinny.
Yeah.
Blue bird, I don't know.
Yeah, my dad is always trying to like see them.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah. They dive too in the water.
Really?
They like sit on a branch and wait for fish to come, and they just.
That's so cool. I feel like so like growing up, where I live is like very marshy, so there's a lot of cranes. And it's like always cool to see a crane because they're just like everywhere. Like sometimes they'll wander, like or like end up in the city kind of, and but the city is like very like there's like marshes in the city too and like forests. So like sometimes they will leave that area and like wander into people's yards. So I've seen them in like my neighbors' yards before too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're kind of majestic.
They are. They're really like beautiful and like there's so much. I feel like they're a lot bigger than they seem. Like they're very slender and like sleek. So they kind of, if they're like standing still, they appear very small. But when they spread their wings out, they're just huge. They're so big.
Yeah, nature can be frightening.